Hi Regina, my name is Jen.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
So I hear that you're looking for a job in retail.
Yeah, I'm looking for work for like stocking or doing inventory. Maybe a cashier, something like that. Customer service, if they need help changing clothes in the dressing room, anything like that, anything that's available. I love clothes too.
Have you worked in retail before?
Yes. I've worked on and off in retail for about 3 to 5 years.
And what types of items have you sold?
I've worked for 3 different stores. I've worked for Express, The Gap, and Bath & Body works that store. So altogether, I've done cashier work, stock and inventory, plus general customer service if they need anything, different clothes size, anything like that.
So what's your favorite part of retail?
I love helping the customers because we can talk about what clothes they like, what matches their skin color, make them feel comfortable, figure out what matches with what clothes and things like that. I love when they ask my opinion, and I love giving my suggestions to help please the customers. And it makes me feel good and it makes them feel good too.
Okay. As far as stocking, have you done UPS shipments?
No, I have not experienced that.
Okay, so just stocking, so unpacking boxes and putting them on the shelves.
Well, I've stocked, I've packed things. I've already unpacked things that were already in the store and moved things from the back room to the front if the sizes were gone, things like that. And I've also done ordering if things, if we were empty or if we no longer had a product. So yeah, I would see what the front room needed and then go in the back and pull the products for that.
Okay. As far as customer service goes, do you have problems with communicating with hearing people without an interpreter?
No, I'm really comfortable. I can lip read. I let them know that I'm hard of hearing and I need to lip read, and they're usually very patient and we're both comfortable. And every once in a while, if there's a problem with communication, we will write on paper, write on pen and paper, and if they're looking for a specific brand or something, then we just write it down. It usually works very smoothly.
Okay, customers are comfortable with that usually.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Every once in a while, a couple people will, feel uncomfortable, or maybe they don't have time for it. And then I'll say, no, you know what, give me a minute, I'll find someone who can help and, run down another employee, tell them that we're having problems communicate, and then they can help out the customer. And, I feel the customers too, if they feel a little uncomfortable, I try and work with them.
Okay. So as far as clothing, you're somebody who likes fashion?
Oh yes, I love fashion. I've learned a lot about fashion, how to match things and clothes. for example, the mannequins in the store windows. I look at them and I figure out what matches and what doesn't match, and I kind of play with all the ideas in my head. And then I think about it and try and figure out what will work best for the window. Also, you know, what is on sale and what's popular right now. I really enjoy it.
Now, have you ever done visual merchandising for the store?
What exactly is visual merchandising?
Basically doing the displays and maybe setting up the windows.
Oh yes, I used to do that with the store. You know, put the clothes on the mannequins and things like that. Every once in a while, they'll let me figure out, myself and another employee, what exactly will work. And I love doing that.
And as far as the cash register goes, is that something you're comfortable with?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not an expert, but in math I'm not really that great at. But I work through it, and it's good for me to learn how to communicate with customers. If I feel a little uncomfortable or awkward, if there's an exchange, it's hard sometimes to figure out how to communicate to exchange the returns, and sometimes it doesn't work out, but it's a really good experience for me to figure out what does work.
Okay. And so you've used cash registers in the past?
Oh yeah.
We also have a computer in the back room that we need to use occasionally just for opening and closing. Is that something that you think you'd be okay with? How are your computer skills?
Oh yes. I grew up working with computers. The internet, putting things on the computer, making orders, figuring out what stores have what size clothes, shipping, all that kind of stuff. And opening and closing the store, I've got a lot of experience with.
Are you looking for full-time or part-time?
Really either. Whatever's available is fine. If it's full-time or part-time, I'm really flexible.
Okay, and you can work on the weekends as well?
Oh yeah. I'm available.
Okay, perfect. Have you ever sold men's clothing or only women's?
No, I've only experienced women's clothing. I don't really know that much about men's clothing.
Have you sold to men in general, whether it's for like an anniversary or a birthday?
No, not really. Wish I did, but I don't really. So I'm curious, what kind of availability do you have?
Right now we have full-time for a stock associate. Is that something that would interest you?
Oh yeah. I'm curious your your hourly rate, and if you guys have benefits, what all that includes.
We do have benefits for full-time employees. And we start people out at $10 an hour. But you will get a pay increase after 6 months.
Okay. What about paid vacations, time off, or paid time off? How does that work?
Vacations, you get 2 weeks per year. And then after 5 years, you get 3 weeks.
curious what happens if something happens and I get sick or someone passes away. How can I contact you, or do I contact you for if shifts happen, or do I have to figure out how to trade with someone else? How does that work?
What I would usually suggest is see if you can trade your shift with someone else. If you can't, then certainly give the store a call. We have an answering machine, you can leave a message.
Okay, that's good to hear.
We're good.